Hello, all you lovely souls who revel in embracing life just as I do. This is Neerja Malik, and you are welcome into my world of I Embrace. And what do we intend to do here? We delve into the many layers and shades of my life, exploring resilience, positivity, strength, and the inherent fun and laughter that lies deep within each of us. Interludes from my own exciting and adventurous journey, my personal battles and victories that have brought forth innumerable lessons in my life. It is these learnings that I place on a golden platter with utmost humility for your personal consumption. My beloved listeners, so being a Gemini, things happen to me in twos. And guess what? It's happened to me in episodes 14 and 15 also. Positive thoughts. So I will once again, for this episode, speak them out so that those of you who have missed the earlier one and need to go back to it will not suddenly get confused about descriptions. You will understand that I've started describing 10th point onwards in this one, and 9 were already explained in the previous one. So here goes. Positive thoughts. These wonderful thoughts have been handpicked from the treasury of the universe and chosen very carefully over the last 25 beautiful and eventful years. They have helped me face and conquer the various adversities of life. They have inspired many, and with God's abundant grace, I am sure they will encourage and impact many, many more wonderful people like you around the world. 1. I am secure, confident, and relaxed in Divine Almighty, who heals and strengthens my body, mind, and soul. 2. Every day, in every way, I am better and better and better. 3. May I be safe from inner and outer harm. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be healthy and strong. May I take care of myself with joy. 4. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I thank you, God. It is so swell that every little cell in my body is happy and well. 5. God is great. 6. Let go. Let God. 7. Almighty God says, when I am here, why fear? 8. Fear stands for false emotions appearing real. 9. Face fear it goes. Avoid fear, it grows. 10. PAINS stands for positive attitude in negative situations. 11. Questioning why me is like drowning or wallowing in self-pity. Focusing on the solution rather than the problem will give us the courage to uplift ourselves and move on. 12. Problems stands for productive roadblocks, offering beneficial lessons, enhancing mental strength. 13. Faith stands for facing anything in trusting Him. 14. Tackle just one day at a time to live a purposeful and effective life. 15. When we have peace in our hearts and minds, we attract peace into our lives. 16. The source of all power, strength, and energy is deep within us. 17. All is well. 18. Laughter is the best medicine. 19. It is wonderful to have an attitude of gratitude. 20. This too shall pass. Love, prayers, and blessings. Neerja Malik. Now we start with thought number 10. And it says, PAINS. What does PAINS stand for? PAINS. Positive attitude in negative situations. So let me explain that. Let us say that one day you get out of your bed and you hit your foot against the leg of the bed. Now, you have a choice that we spoke about. The choice is that you say, oh damn, and you curse what is happening to you. And you say, it just had to happen, now I have an important meeting. And now guess at the turn of events. You're angry, you're very, very agitated, you're upset. So in that frame of mind, you're not even looking at where you're going. Your vision is clouded with unhappiness and tragedy and misery, and you will trip over the carpet. That adds to your anger, and you will rush into the loo to brush your teeth, and you will find that the toothpaste is finished. And then you start having a bath, and just as you've soaped your whole body, the water goes off in the shower. So you curse some more. And you jump out because you're getting late for an important meeting. You put on your clothes, and you find that there is a tear in them. So you have to change it again, and you rush out onto your 13th floor corridor, and the lift has just gone by. And you get down somehow, sweating profusely, upset, disillusioned with everything that's happening. You stop at the pavement to get a cab, and an auto passes by very fast, and there's a puddle of water and mud, and it comes right onto you. So do you understand what I'm saying? What was the other option? The other option is to sit on the bed, hold your toe or your foot wherever it hurt. Now listen carefully. When you are holding your foot or wherever the pain is, what are you doing? Unconsciously, you're doing Reiki to that part of the body that is hurt. And now look at the thoughts. You're holding it, you're soothing the pain, and you are saying, thank God I didn't break my foot. Thank God I didn't fall and hit my head against the door. Thank God I didn't break my skull. Thank God I'm alive. Thank God I'm well. And while you're thinking all these thoughts, the endorphins, the oxytocin, all those wonderful positive hormones in our body are jumping and pumping, and you get up from the bed feeling at peace. And then everything that is happening goes your way. You manage to brush your teeth, you have a good bath, the water doesn't go off, the lift stops, you're smiling. In fact, everyone wishes you and you wish them all, and someone actually hands you a rose. So, don't you think that positive attitude in negative situations is the way to go, is the way forward? 11. Questioning why me is like drowning or wallowing in self-pity. Focusing on the solution rather than the problem will give us the courage and resilience to uplift ourselves and move on. There is a stream of thought that says, why me? I haven't even hurt a fly. This is so unfair. I don't deserve it. And while you are doing this, while you are drowning in self-pity, wallowing in it, you are actually digging your own grave. Which means that while you're digging your grave, where does the mud go? The mud falls on you. And as you go further, digging, more mud comes onto you and pushes you deeper into a space where if you kept digging and pushing yourself down into the earth, you may find it very difficult to climb out of all the mud. And not only that, while you are busy digging away, and just focusing on how terrible life is and how unfair, Anjanaya or Hanuman is flying overhead and he sees Neerja and he says, oh my God, there's Neerja and maybe I can help her. And he comes towards me. What am I doing? I'm digging and digging and digging. Am I aware that he's there to help me? Am I open? Am I receptive? No, I'm absolutely closed in my own misery. And the point here is that if we are so focused on only ourselves and closing that circle around us tightly, we are not even aware that we can get help. Get help from a loved one, get help from the neighbor, get help from the security downstairs. Get help, get help, get help. Just ask or just pray to God and get help from the one above. So what do? We are limiting ourselves. And as we limit ourselves, our options are getting shut off. So what should we do? We should focus on the solutions.
step back and say, okay, I've been diagnosed. So now what needs to be done? STPA, study, diagnosis, plan of action. What is the plan? I've got a fractured arm. I need to go to the doctor. I need to get an x-ray. I need to get it plastered. Or if I've been diagnosed with cancer, all right, now I need to get my chemotherapy, my surgery, and my radiation. Or if I've flunked in an exam, how come it happened? Well, I need to study more, focus more, stop paying attention to my cell phone, stop those YouTube things, not stay awake at night. I will find my own solution and I can move on. 12. Problems stands for productive roadblocks offering beneficial lessons enhancing mental strength. And why? Because haven't you heard that phrase, practice make it perfect? So the more we involve ourselves in overcoming our problems, in facing them head on, and therefore conquering what ails us or conquering the situation around us, every time we do this, we become more grounded and we become an expert in overcoming this. It just gives us more confidence, security in ourselves. कि हाँ, हम होंगे कामयाब. We can and shall overcome. 13. Faith stands for facing anything in trusting Him. And when our trust is in the Almighty One, in whatever form or feature we think of Him as, or if we are atheists and we don't believe in God, we believe in something that is perhaps the cause of where we are here for, or nature, or anything. Our belief, that belief is what takes us through everything. So if we have faith in whatever we believe in, then miracles happen. And when miracles happen, courtesy the faith and the belief, then it shows us that yes, there is something beyond us, something that can take us through, and lots of things to help us live a content, satisfied, and fulfilled life. 14. Tackle just one day at a time to live a purposeful and effective life. Yes, when I went through septicemia, it took 10 weeks of injections in my jugular vein for IV medication to fight the bacteria that kept coming into my blood thrice over. So if I kept thinking, oh my God, 2 weeks of medication, 2 more weeks, 6 more weeks, would I be able to exist at all? No. What makes it easier? Let me just tackle today. Today, what do I have to do? Okay, in one day, only 3 IVs. Alright, that's tolerable. Yes, I get tired. That's okay. I can rest in between the IVs. Yes, what do? People have told me, you inspire us so much. We open Facebook just to see what you are up to. So I get up. First thing in the morning, before my IVs, I look at my Facebook, find that I've done so much since the time I started it in October of 2008. Every day, click on 3 or 4 memories, turn around and go back to sleep. Tackle one day at a time. And that will ease your life completely. 15. When we have peace in our hearts and minds, we attract peace into our lives. Pablo Coelho, Shah Rukh Khan, what do they say? When you put your intentions or you put something into the atmosphere that you would like to happen to you, Puri Kainat or the entire universe conspires to give it to you on a platter. So when you have peace in your hearts and minds, automatically you attract peace into your life by just this thing, that you are open, you are positive, and what you feel or you feel you deserve or you need in terms of attention to your intentions, it manifests. So, be peaceful. It's much better than being angry and upset. When you are peaceful, you attract all the good things of life. 16. The source of all power, strength, and energy is deep within us. We don't have to go hunting outside of us. We have it all inside. Within, we are actually a powerhouse of energy, strength, and anything that we want to be. So if we have that in our minds, we can go places. We can live the life that we need to and move on with great grace and gratitude. Because it is wonderful to have an attitude of gratitude. Because when we wake up in the morning with this thought that I am alive, I am breathing, I am well, I am getting food on the table, I have slept well, all is well with my work, I am doing my work, I am moving on in life, I have good friends, my family is excellent. It doesn't matter if you are living in a castle or a chawl. It doesn't matter. It is the attitude that you have that will move you forward in life. And remember that film, The Three Idiots. The 17th one is, all is well. 18. Laughter is the best medicine because it enlivens each and every cell in your body. And there is such joy and excitement. I know that even if you are not feeling like smiling and you want to be a sour puss, to use a very ancient word, the minute you change that to smiling, that itself changes the emotions of your entire being. And imagine a couple of peals of laughter here and there, how they can change the atmosphere and the vibrations around you. To do what? To attract more laughter, more joy, more happiness, more bliss right into your life. And last but not the least, my 20th thought is, this too shall pass. There is always, believe you me, a silver lining to every dark and terrifying cloud. And imagine those thoughts that we have in our mind, if we could just think of them as dark, gloomy clouds, and then ourselves take a paintbrush and put a silver lining around them, and that is what will set an association of ideas and thoughts as to how we can improve and be better in our life. So, my dears, all I can say is that just changing your attitude, your perception to what is happening can change your very life. And that is what is required. That you move on with grace, with gratitude, into the glory of the wonderful person that you were meant to be. So, having come to the end of the descriptions of all these positive thoughts, I promise you, I am feeling a lot of zip and zinc, and I promise you that I can do anything under the earth. Now, what I do want to tell you is that these thoughts are so simple that if you just read them maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 times, it's like by-hearting them or learning them by rote, and then you don't even need any written material to read them from. They become part and parcel of your psyche. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly you feel at a loss of why you can't get back to sleep, just invite these thoughts into your space. Say them one by one. And by the time you reach the 7th or 8th, I can assure you that you will fall into deep slumber and have a very peaceful and restful night. God bless you all. Take care. Till we meet again, God bless and love to everyone all over the world, wishing that we make the right choices, the correct feelings, and turn into better versions of ourselves. God bless. I Embrace isn't just about my journey of conquering cancer. It's about embracing life in all its entanglement and beauty. Remember, in this journey of life, you are never alone. And I need to thank you for becoming a part of this inspiring journey. Thank you for joining me today on I Embrace, and my heartfelt wishes. Stay resilient, stay positive, and most importantly, keep embracing life in all its glory.